Welcome everybody to the two-man power trip, the Black Man's Thought and the Nerd Lifestyle. I'm Nicholas, Mr. Go With The Flow.
And I am the man with the plan, Maurice.
And we're back with another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast. What's up? Happy Black History Month.
That's right, happy Black History Month, bro.
Blackity black, I'm black, y'all. We here.
That is right, we are here.
Indeed,
Extra black.
indeed. Yep, extra blackness showing out. The start of this month, first podcast episode we record in February, so let's kick it off with some vibe, guys. How was your weekend?
You know what? My weekend wasn't. No, I can't say that.
I was dealing with the snow then.
Interesting.
Yeah. You said you was out maneuvering and whatnot. So I was bar none inside, locked up the whole time. So how was you doing stuff?
I was out Friday night. Out just hanging out. I left, the snow was coming down, so I probably went out like around 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And got back home around 3:45.
Shit. So you came right back into the heavy starter.
I was slashed through it because I didn't care. I was like, I'm not in a rush at that point. So I slashed through it. Wasn't too bad when I was out there. It was enough, but I could still move around.
Yeah.
My sister, she said when she got in around 7:30, it was really deep and the winds had picked up because there was really no wind outside when I was out there at that point. But the weekend was all right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean the snow kind of kept us away from doing the rumble activities at the locale, so that was kind of the down part of that. But other than that, I mean,
I wanted to trek on Saturday, but I went out there to run some errands, and at the time I got done with them errands, I was over the snow. I was like, I'm over it. I'm gonna pull a co-host and I'm gonna go barricade myself in the house.
Oh, pretty much, because I knew if I was trying to travel anywhere, I'd have to go by boat, and I'd make it there after the rumble. So yeah.
The snow, I was like, snow, I don't feel like dealing with you. Slosh. All right, I've had enough of this. Slosh. Oh, I'm over this.
Exactly. They like all this white snow preparing itself before Black History Month. Disc.
For shame.
Yeah. So yeah, for the most part, I was barricaded up in Kenya's place, so we was chilling for the most part, and then eventually Sunday I came back to my spot, and then for the most part, it was chill weekend inside. So how was your week with work?
Not bad, actually. Not bad.
Everybody on the up and up?
Yeah, work was quite normal. It wasn't too nothing crazy. Mm-hmm. So everything that's going on is in progress. So it's not too much work coming in, like in terms of my normal day-to-day, because it's budgeting time. Yeah. So they're budgeting for the projects for the year and all that other stuff. So I've just been and this is, I guess, considered busy season at work. So everything is just in maintenance mode. Oh, okay. So we're not really touching anything. We're not really making too many changes around this time. We don't really pick up that back up until around probably the end of this month, early March.
Mm-hmm. So it's like since the machines all the cogs is in preparation, so everything's kind of flowing nice.
Yeah.
Good. My work week was all right for the most part until like Wednesday hit. My coworker injured her foot, so she got taken out. So as one coworker falls, they asked me to cover. So I got sent around a bunch of places. Wednesday turned into that workday BS where like everything just kept constantly happening, just had a random, and everything just started picking up pace. So Wednesday, like the first half of Wednesday was pretty good, and then I got shoutouts to Nami Wear. Finally got my first piece of item, and I've been wearing that jacket like up and down now. So shout out to that jacket fire. It's definitely quality. But after getting that jacket and then I going back to work after my coworker was sent out to do x-rays and is now out until Monday, man, that Wednesday was a mess that afternoon. Yep. Funny enough, my new coworker, the girl from before, she was telling me how she had an incident, and her incident sounds so familiar for a second that I thought it sounded like in my head, it sounded like the grandma came back. She was talking about how she was getting yelled at by somebody who said they wanted to be handled by one of the Spanish people. And the moment I heard that, I was like, she said she's an older black lady. I was like, oh, that sound like grandma.
Oh, maybe grandma did come back.
Maybe she did. And she was out on a different path. Like, I was in my office that time, so it was her to handle that. So, oof.
Oh, yeah, oof. If she was saw you, was like, oh, it's you again.
Oh, that would have been a big situation. I don't got beef with nobody around, but that grandma is a whole situation.
Oh, man. She'd have went off.
Oh, she would have bounced around to the Spanish people. That's how that would have definitely went.
Right here you go again. Like I can't believe I'm going through this again.
Sheesh.
Oh, man.
But other than that, the work week been alright.
Good. So nothing too crazy.
Nah, not one of them super wild weeks. Other than Wednesday picking up on stuff. But other than that, we just kind of on the up and up. It's the start of the new month, so usual BS. Dental insurances are acting up. But other than that, yeah, things is on the chill.
Dental.
What happened there?
Nothing. So on Tuesday I went to get the next part of my tooth done. So they finished up that. They put up the temporary crown, and so now I have to wait, which I thought was 2 weeks, to get the permanent crown.
Yeah.
But then I got a call from them, and that's been pushed back a week. So now I wait 3 weeks.
Dental with their maneuvers and their sneak shits.
Yep. I was like,
I told you, man. They be telling you one thing and then bam, you be hit with a surprise the next thing.
Well, at least all the drilling is done because I was tired of being in my mouth like a construction joint.
Facts. That shit is a weird feling. But okay, so how you feeling though in general?
I feel fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe feels fine too. Okay.
All right. Well, it's another week added on, but at least you know it's coming.
Yeah. Usually my soreness is every time I go in. It's usually the day of, and maybe I might feel something the next day. But other than that, it's not bad.
Okay, that's what's up. At least you alright. Yeah. So all right. So shifting gears into the shout out section. So time to go through our list of shout outs of all the supporters, and you were just out here showing us love, and we're gonna show love back. So real quick, my part shout outs top of the billing always. My girlfriend, the Captain Kenya, Black Morpher Podcast, Sentai Fountain of Knowledge, shout out to Peter, Jabbateer's Podcast, is on Talk, Your Sports Show, True Hill Heat, 2.5 Bros, Gray Space Eli, It's Relational, Kimar. It's Relational and Kimar is one of them day ones that always shouts us out and always big hype on it. So so big respect on him. He always be coming through, keeping the 9,000 with all your work, Spicy Ramen Podcast, Fat Man DKC, FTO Wire, Shonen Tape Podcast, RX Superstar Junie, Bad Guy Jack of the Unpopular Reviews, man. He be listening.
Yeah.
Yo, the way how Jack be sharing our stuff with like avid details, my son is taking notes. So respect, and I hope you hear this because it's big love on that.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it.
Definitely. Nerding Out with Chelsea, Fantastic Frankie as always, Nido Cafe in Chicago, created by Miss Taylor Tillman, respect on that, The Weave and the Witch, and Savage Squad, and special supporters shout outs to Chef Q, with Janae, Kareem, Spirit, Josh, Ryan, Lord 69, Katie, Nate, and Andre.
And for me, it's as always, it's everyone, the new listeners, the day ones, everyone that has been rocking with us so far.
The
Thank
vibe
you.
is always there. Thank y'all so much. All right, so shifting off to the next segment. All right, this is the off the cuff segment of the week. And just for a simple one this week, this was a suggestion from the captain, just giving us a little something. But if you had a chance to make up your own holiday, what would you make up, or what would you entail that holiday to be?
Wow, that's an interesting one.
For me, I was thinking like another like specific mental health day where like everybody like just make it a strong national holiday where everybody just takes a friggin' break. Like can't add on no extra days, no nothing. Just everybody just lay up and chill out.
If I could have to do something, I would think I would do something around self-reflection. Give you a week away from all the madness, just to see where you are and refocus yourself.
That sounds good.
I think we're in the grind so much that I think the holidays you step away. You step away.
Yeah.
Take a moment. And
you also look, and since the self-reflection, you actually look back on the stuff that you never noticed how appreciative on life that you see, like the accomplishments that you've made that you haven't given yourself time to actually process.
Yeah, I think the lockdown and COVID kind of did some of that.
Yeah, when you're burning in panic mode.
Yeah. But yeah, just to take a week.
Yeah, I like that. So shout outs to these holidays. We're big advocates on everybody appreciating themselves and mental health and kind of gathering and refocusing and pulling back that spirit. So that's big shout outs on that. So that's what's up.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with you on the mental health thing. Yeah, that should be something I would put as ongoing.
Yeah.
Maybe designate like a day or two every month or every other month where you just say, okay.
Oh, big facts. Big fact, it's important, and people need that calm down period. It's really wild out here, so it's like you need that chill out.
Yep.
All right, so closing that off the book, we coming into next with the reboot news. So our small subsection discussion this week with the reboot news. We've had a couple of newsworthy things on reboot news. So starting first, your thoughts on SWAT Cats. The floor is yours.
Okay, so they're setting the age limit from 5 to 11.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, normally the original was 7+.
Yeah.
So I have concerns with them dropping the age limits because of the restrictions it applies. Mm-hmm. Now that was 7. That 7+ was in the 90s. So we talking about a 5 to 11 today.
Yeah.
In 2022. Mm-hmm. I just don't want them to turn them into goofballs.
I'm just curious to see exactly what they are looking to address in this SWAT Cats modern retelling for that age setup.
They better not Jellystone this thing.
Yeah, I mean Jellystone and what it is in animation and drawing is
because I can see them doing it, and I'm kind of concerned.
But SWAT Cats, well, if they turn it into more jokey and hokey,
that's what I'm talking about.
Because I mean, SWAT Cats wasn't really jokey and hokey though. It was like it was more on the action theme. So I'm just trying to look out to exactly what their action, especially with the genres nowadays that are inspiration for action theme. I feel like in this generation, if they want to capture anything with SWAT Cats, they're gonna have to look towards like anime and stuff like that. Like they're gonna have specific scenes done definitely in like anime styling for sure. Yeah,
I'm hoping they go that route, but like I said, I'm concerned.
I mean, yeah, there's always room for concern if there's anything rebooted. Just in general, you gotta. Hopefully, they come through it with some heart. Like they set that limitations, but it's just for like press news out there, and really they're still working it kind of with the same heart. If they do that, then that should pretty much be good.
Yeah, I'm hoping they do it right. Do it justice, y'all.
Facts. So switching over, we got the announcement of a Madam Web movie. Now, as we recorded last week on the Spider-Man the Animated Series, if you know that series very well, you know Madam Web is a key figure in the Spider-Man's life that's never really been like a specific person, pounced out in the movies per se and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And Madam Web has been like here or there, but this is like the first time anybody's really talked about like her getting her own movie and stuff like that. And then they hired the girl who was from 50 Shades of Grey to play and stuff like that. So on your knowledge of Madam Web, are you interested in this standalone movie? And what's your idea on like all these Spider-Man type characters getting their own movie? Because we got like Morbius still coming out. They're working on Kraven. Venom already got something. We already got Deviated Spider-Man all over here, and then we about to get a Madam Web movie.
So I have no problem with them fleshing out those Spider-Man characters. In terms of Madam Web, I'm actually kind of interested, only because they've always tried to push her to the side. Even in the animated 90s Spider-Man we talked about last episode, they really wasn't trying to have anything Madam Web in there, and the creator of that show kind of pushed for it. So yeah, I'm interested to see what her backstory is and why they keep shoving her to the side.
Madam Web was such a strange figure in all the animated stuff, but when she showed up, some shit was going down and she was enticing somebody. So, because this is all part of the Spider Sony verse and stuff like that, so I'm kind of curious to see what the hell they got with this all trying to come together, I guess.
Yeah, me too. I'm interested to see how they pull it together.
Yeah. So shifting off that, we also have the CW working on other stuff, like they're trying to bring a live action Gotham Knights to CW. I don't know if it's going to be part of the Arrowverse or its own thing, but they got that and the prequel to Supernatural.
Good. Okay, let's see how they do with that.
Yeah, the prequel to Supernatural. I mean, Supernatural has been a bread and butter forever, so them doing any kind of sequel or prequel off of Supernatural is not a shock. They want that Supernatural money back. And Gotham Knights, depending on whether it is or is not in the Arrowverse is kind of important, because if they want to deviate and do their own things, it's interesting. CW taking on about 50 million superheroes in the DC universe is kind of blowing mine, because they always like are under the same genre. I kind of wish that it would just leave itself, and if they do it at Gotham Knights, they should have just like left it with like HBO Max or something, because them doing Titans and Peacemaker and all this other shit, like stuff that's out of the Arrowverse, is starting to like really ramp up and really doing well on its side. So I don't know, CW either gotta work its way around Arrowverse stuff and stop playing with shit, but I don't, they take on so many like superhero projects that they got like one falls and then like 5 more pop up. So I don't know, man. Yeah, they kind of low key chill with that.
As long as they're not taking on a certain hero project, I'm good.
Yo, watch. I mean, every week there's gonna be a counter. You keep talking about it, and it's like make my monster grow. That's just more energy to the fuel, man.
Like it's talking about, I'm manifesting this.
Yeah, because you
manifesting it into the ground.
You manifesting it like Bobby energy for Majin Buu. You got the ticket counter on Majin Buu. You keep throwing the ball, bro.
Yeah, I'm making sure it stays down there.
Sure. And then shifting off into the last bit of reboot news, they're talking about they hired, I think, the main person that they want to follow for that 90s show. So this is going to be a spinoff or a reboot or pushing forward to stuff that came from that 70s show. I think for a while they had that 80s show for like a small time before that got canceled after I think 1 season. And now they're trying again with the 90s show. Your thoughts on the idea of them doing that 90s show?
I really don't care.
Yeah.
Because I really wasn't a fan of the first 2 that they did. So for me, this is like, yeah.
I enjoyed that 70s show for a while here and there. It's one of those series that's gone through its fair share of like, seasonal messes and switches around and all that stuff. But I don't know. That 90s show just makes it sound like them times has passed. Because damn, son, you just thinking about how that 70s show was an era for something, and now they got that 90s show showing that shit's just getting more old.
I guess it's how we move forward, but I really have no interest in it.
Yeah. I mean, not all reboot news got to be recapitulating and all that stuff. So, but that's closing on reboot news. Switching over to stock news. Honestly, I have not heard anything stock news, and the stocks are just getting me more hurt. Other than people getting geared up for spending all their money on FanDuel and all that sports betting and shit coming up for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's about to be a mess.
Yeah, that's about to be money gone for a lot of people. That shit about to be crazy. That shit gonna cause mad shit about to happen. Shit.
Yep. Yeah, I'm like, people gonna be doing it. And
Yep. So they get
people don't be stupid. Yeah. Be smart. Don't be stupid.
Yep. We are not financial officers in the least, but like, protect your money. Be smart. Like FanDuel and all that just became like legal just recently, just perfectly around Super Bowl time. So what they're aiming after, guys. So be smart with that.
Oh yeah, and it's tax time too.
Facts. Everybody gunning for every piece of change and shit. So
don't expect that back, people. Don't expect that back. Somebody got to pay for all the stimulus checks.
Oh well, there you go. See, it's about to strike you eventually. So it should have been coming, and it looked like it's coming now.
Right.
All right, so that closes the book on our small subsection discussions. Reboot news and start news is all closed, and now it's time for the main event. The main event segment, third segment. Down with BMP, Black Morpher Power. This week, we are covering the Mighty Morphin Ailen Rangers, episode 1 and 2. Let's kick it.
All right, you gonna hit us with some facts?
Yup. I got the history and some fast facts for you. So, this was dropped in February, between February 5th to the 17th. Not that long, in 1996. One season, basically. 10 episodes from Toy and Saban on Fox Kids. Adapted yet original theme. Power Rangers miniseries. This is the Super Sentai 18 under Ninja Sentai Kaku Ranger. The third season of MMPR, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So like season 3.5 basically. Between Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Zeo. Basically, the function is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers have been turned into children. So another team is being asked to come and help while that's basically being reversed. So that's kind of it on my notes. You got anything on your history and facts?
Yeah, so this was the first Ranger team to not include a Pink Ranger.
Yep.
And this was the first time a female was the leader.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely a big discussion. It was so in between stuff that that's easily missed. But for that time range and that stuff like that, that's very different. That's very diverse.
Yeah, man.
So episode 1, Rangers of Aquitar, part 1.
Okay, before I start this episode, I need to preface and give a quick synopsis of what happened in the previous episode. Otherwise, this episode does not make sense.
Yeah, definitely.
So
you get thrown into it.
Yeah. In the first episode of Ailen Rangers of Aquitar Part 1, we get thrown right into the middle of what's going on. Yep. So, in the previous episode, what has happened is that Master Vile has sent Rita Revolta down to Earth with the Orb of Doom to enact his evil plan.
Yep, Rita's brother and
the Rangers engage him to try to stop them, but they fail. So, Rita plants the orb on Earth, and Master Vile uses its power to reverse time. Mm-hmm. And he turns the Rangers, along with everyone else, 10 years younger. So the Rangers at this point are now kids. Mm-hmm. What happens then is Zed, Rita, Rito, and Goldar show up on Earth to wreak havoc. The Rangers try to morph, and they can't. So at this point, Zed and Rita make them all grow, and Rita and Zed and company are about to go wreak havoc. And we see the Rangers looking all defeated and scared, and that's how we end the previous episode. Mm-hmm. So now we get into episode 1 of Ailen Rangers.
Pretty much. So far, we get into it, and the first thing on the docket is the classic theme.
Yes, it's a bop. It's always going to be a bop. It will forever be a bop. Mm-hmm. So the episode, after the theme starts, and we see people scattering and running away to their cars, and we see all the Rangers as kids.
Yep, Ranger team is kids, and they can't really use their communicators.
So we get commentary from Billy. Billy is like, we're in big trouble here.
Shit.
Adam is like, yeah, Tommy, no powers and we're kids again. Yes, folks, Adam said kids again. So this is not the first time this has happened.
Ain't common, I guess.
So back in season 2, History Lesson Time, Lord Zed used the Rock of Time to do something similar to what Vile is doing now. Yeah. What he did, instead of reversing the entire Earth, he just reversed the population of Angel Grove back 10 years. And what happened was, in addition to the Rangers being regressed, they had no memory of them being Power Rangers.
Shit.
So it took Alpha going down to Earth to convince them that they were Power Rangers and to trust him in order to get them on board.
Now that's spooky. I mean, imagine having to redo what they did with them being teens and convincing them then, and then convincing them as children even further.
Right. Well, they definitely couldn't transport them to Command Center and deal with Zordon. So
yeah, not Casper.
So that was the right call there. So eventually, Alpha was able to put a device together to bring the Rangers back to their proper ages, and they got the memories back, and they could morph, and they beat up whatever big bad was out there, and they destroyed the Rock of Time. Yep. Thus releasing everybody else from that spell. All right.
Yeah, now cut to this where that joke and them, at least they got sense this time. So they a bunch of kids, but they know the situation at hand.
So at this point, Tommy tries to contact Zordon using the communicator, nothing. So Billy's like, I was afraid of this. He says, our communicators are dead. This is what he thinks. He's like, they were designed to work in conjunction with our powers, which no longer exist. So at this point, they can't teleport, nor can they morph.
Yep. And in the meantime, we got Zed, Goldar, Redor, and Rita all big, tall, and destroying the city, which is not common for this shit. Them niggas is giant, and they are jumping. They are smashing. They are destroying. Imagine seeing them four out there up and about having fun blowing up buildings.
So next, we actually see a cop.
Yeah.
Oh, those actually exist in Angel Grove. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So the cop is...
Oh, what good use are they?
So the cop is telling everyone that Angel Grove is under attack and that Angel Grove is now under curfew and for everyone to return to their homes. So basically Tommy is like, listen, we got to get to the command center. Since we can't teleport, we're going to have to go on foot.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, the command center is mad far. So
yeah, I was like, what kind of... This is the true child labor now.
So at this point, Zed and Co are feeling real good. They talking about how nothing can stop us now. They all about to destroy this whole place, and then they get shrunk back to normal size.
Yo, literally, if you ask for a bitch don't mess my vibe up moment, that was it, because they was having fun out there, and then they just get zapped.
And Zed is like, what the fuck?
Facts.
He's like, yo, who did that? And then we see Master Vile pop up in the little sky, and Master Vile was like, yo, it's me.
Master Vile is such a funny creation. Like, he is a whole ass monster, but he is a dad monster. Who puts reading glasses on this nigga, man?
Yo, and Rita was like, yo, your timing has always been rotten. And so Vile is like, listen, you 4 idiots are not gonna mess up my plan. And yo, Zed is basically like, yo, I'm tired of your shit, Vile.
I mean, talk about a history with people and their father-in-laws and their in-laws and shit like that. Yeah, the beef real.
So at this point, Master Vile pulls them back to the moon. Rito manages to duck the beam.
Yep.
And basically, he tells Master Vile, listen, there's something I gotta do real quick. Thanks. And Vile's like, yo, make it quick. He's like, unfortunately, you're part of my plan. So, chop.
All right, so let me get them tankers then.
So for whatever reason, Rito was plotting to steal the power coins from the Rangers.
Yep.
I don't understand why, but that's what he's doing. So he calls on some Tangas and he goes in pursuit of them.
Yep.
So we see the Rangers making their way around downtown or wherever they happen to be, whatever business district they're in, and they run into young Bulk and Skull.
Yep.
So Bulk and Skull seem to only remember Billy, and Aisha says that that makes sense because we weren't in Angel Grove during this time.
And they was probably bullying Billy for the longest.
And so Rocky asks, why did they remember? And Billy basically says, due to their power coins. And I actually agree with Billy. That makes sense.
Yeah,
so
that gives something to it. And this isn't their first rodeo as kids, so makes sense not doing that stuff.
In regards to this makes sense, and I think this has to do with Ninja and how he linked the Ninja power coins to them.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, Zordon didn't create those coins. Ninja did. And Zordon just got possession of them.
Heard the Casper and not the work.
So, from what I understand, Zordon created the Morphers themselves, which, since they went back in time, my theory is that the Rangers have their power coins, but they don't have their Morphers, which is why they can't morph.
Yeah.
So, the Rangers continue having a little back and forth with Skull, and they go on back on their way to head to the command center. And who do they run into?
Rito and the Tangas.
And they're like, oh boy, here we go.
Shenanigans ensue.
Yep, we get the Tango Warrior battle music.
Yep.
And the Rangers and Bogus Skull, using their ingenuity, they take care.
This felt as much Home Alone-ish as possible, man. They maneuvered the hell out of it, and everything felt Home Alone-style tactics to just dodge everybody.
Yeah, they had Rito on the barrel trying to keep itself balanced with the Tangas, using the Rangers using Bulk to pull out Rito and the Tanga into a shopping cart.
Listen, that shit was wild. I don't know how heavy they expect friggin' Bulk to be, but man, when they launched him off and he launched 2 people, I was like, bro, y'all say this nigga must be an handful, cause what the fuck?
Listen, Bulk a big boy.
Bulk a big boy, but Jesus Christ, y'all said this nigga a metric ton.
Listen, normal Bulk is a big boy, so I'm like,
that's nice, Bulk. But goddamn, y'all make this nigga Big Daddy V.
But now Bulk did jump, so he had a little momentum on his side. So
that's nice. He launched these niggas across the room.
Yeah, they hit the Tangas with a beam. When did y'all have time to set that up?
See, Home Alone style tactics.
And then the last part was where one of the Tangas went flying up to get him, and Aisha gave him a pot of plant.
I thought for a second, I was like, that's silly. But then I thought, yeah, he stopped flapping his wings. That's obviously why he dropped, not because the plant was hot heavy.
Because he was like, oh shit.
That was a Looney Tunes moment because he dead looked down and he was like, oh.
Yeah, that was hilarious. The way he looked down, he was like,
fuck. He literally that fuck.
That was definitely a Wile E. Coyote moment right there.
Definitely.
I loved it.
Definitely.
So, of course, Rito isn't the brightest bulb in the shed to begin with.
Not even close.
And obviously, these were not Ivan Ooze's Tango Warriors, so...
Yeah, they didn't need no wind sticks on their head.
So, at this point, the cops show up, and Rito and the Tangas take off. And Bulk and Skull, happy to see the cops. They run for the cops, like, save us! And so, at this point, Billy and Cole, they see Tommy and Kat, and Billy's like, nah, stay there.
Yeah.
And then the cops call for them, like, you 4.
Yeah, they call 4 of them.
Back in the car, come here. Come off from that car. And so, back on the moon, we find out it was actually Master Vile who pulled Rito and Tangas back.
Yeah.
And Rito was like, what the fuck, Dad?
You was getting pounced by some kids, nigga. I told you to hurry up, and look at you, not chopping.
Master Vile was like, listen, I couldn't wait for you no more.
Nah, you playing around too much. What the is the potted plant shit? Like, bro, like, listen, get it together.
So Val's basically describing his plan. He said his plan would not only destroy the world, but it was destroy Zordon as well. Lord Zed is like, yeah, right. He told Zed to shut up.
Oh, he big hating. Yeah, this Zed not with nothing, bro. You just yapping, bro. You just yapping.
So Val goes on to say that Rito and Goldar were planning the Plosion device at the base of the command center, then they're gonna blow it up. Yo, you can tell from this Z that Zed is over it.
Zed big over. Dude, he's any prototypical person that's dealing with the in-laws. Like, he's like, yo, bro, you're trying to steal my swagger right now. Like, come on, bro, hop off.
You can just see Zed in the corner, and Zed just like, sorry, this motherfucker.
Exactly.
And I feel for you, Zed. Yo, I feel for Zed at this point. He's like, man, we understand, Zed. We understand.
Oh, big fact.
So back on Earth, the cops asked Billy and Co, what are you guys doing out after curfew? And they go to try to explain to the cops that they're the Power Rangers. The cops are like, yo, get in the car.
Thanks.
We're going to take you down to the station and let your parents figure it out. Mm-hmm. So then we see Billy and Co being carted off along with Bulk and Skull.
Yep.
And so the next scene at the station, we see Bulk and Skull's moms, and they giving them the business as they pulling them by their ears out of the police station.
Facts.
See? At least no parents do exist in Power Rangers. Unlike
that was the first. Well, I think that was personally my first time seeing Bulk and Skull parents. So I was like, whoa. And they were very colorful.
Yeah. So at least we know parents exist, unlike some animes and other movies we've seen recently.
Yeah.
So inside we see the Rangers sitting on the bench with police hats on, and Aisha and Rocky have some banter because Aisha was like, yeah, they're treating us like we're kids, and Rocky's like, hey, we are kids. Aisha taps Pat down like, huh? So now we're gonna talk about this.
Side note, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice that who's playing the kid version of Aisha?
Yes.
Yeah,
I did.
That's old girl Spirit from 1-on-1.
Yes, it is.
Yo, like I looked at it for a hot minute. I was like, oh shit, I forgot you was a Power Ranger. That is funny.
Yes. So yes, I notice it every time when I look and I'm like, hey, Spirit.
Facts.
So at the front desk, we see the only brother we have seen so far.
You mean Carl Winslow? You mean Stanley from The Office?
Oh man,
Stanley Winslow? Oh yes, I seen him very well.
And so he's working the front desk, right? And he gets a call, and it's Kat pretending to be Billy's mom. Mm-hmm. She asks if they're there. He says yes, and she's like, I'm coming to pick them up.
Shit, because family matters to him.
Right? So we cut from there, and back on the moon, Master Val has gathered the monsters of the universe.
Yep.
And they ready to attack the Earth and destroy Zordon.
Big ass party.
And you see Zed in the corner. He ain't with none of this. None of this whatsoever.
You get these lame niggas from the come on, man. Come on. One was a taxi cab. Like, bro, come on.
Yo, Zed is just like, he's
like, I hope you fail so I can tell you. I'm ready, bro. I'm ready.
He is definitely rooting for the...
Oh, this is him like when the Ooze took over and they was like, go Rangers, go. Go Rangers, go.
That's exactly what this is. Because I know he's like, come on, Zordon. Come on, you know you got this.
If y'all know the character of Zed, he is absolutely super petty. Like, anybody who tries to destroy the Rangers or take over from him, he is always rooting for the Rangers. Every time, whether it's the Machine Empire, whether it's Dark Malachor, or any of them bullshits, he's like, yo, nah. I hope these Rangers whip y'all ass, because I want this opportunity. Fuck y'all.
He's like, it can't be nobody but me.
Facts.
Damn it.
Facts. I mean, I was Lord Zed. I was top billing, and then the parents said something.
So back on Earth, Billy goes up to the front desk and talks to the officer. And the officer took off his glasses, and he tells Billy he just spoke to his mom, and his mom will be up pick him up shortly. So Billy is shocked by that. He's like, it says my mother. And as soon as he says that, we see Kat and Tommy in the classic two kids in the trench coat.
Nigga, this is some little rascals, motherfucker. Yo, Stanley Winslow fucking up big time because, man, put down them glasses and started acting heavy. Yo, he was like, this is, I'm about to clock out for the day. Cause fuck out of here.
Yo, the fact that he says he can't see shit without his glasses. Oh, and yo, Billy peeped that and put the hat over his glasses. I'm like,
fucking
so
up,
at this
Winslow.
point, we see Kat waving and moving because Tommy gets keep her balance. So she's like, yo, listen, I'm in a hurry. So she grabs the kids. The officer was like, hold up. And he asked him to sign the form.
Good enough to grab the form and see that and shit to hand it off.
He barely grabbed that form.
Shit.
He probably grabbed the wrong form.
And then, you goddamn right, because whatever kind of signature they did was some dots and some dibbles.
Yeah, she's got whatever she got in there. And he finally finds his glasses right before they're headed out. And my thing was like, the only brother in the show, y'all had to do him. Rangers, y'all ain't had to do him like that. Y'all had to do him like that.
Listen, man, Stanley Winslow,
Y'all had to do Stanley like that, boy. Y'all had to do Stanley Winslow like that. Y'all had to...
Damn. Hey, at least family matters for him, so it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. He about to put in for the vacation. He Gucci.
So next we see the Rangers on their way in the command center. How y'all get to the desert so fast?
That's what I'm saying. I saw these kids walking through the desert. I was like, yo, how? On feet?
Don't tell me y'all let Cat drive. Oh, shit.
The way the car go. I guess that's why they in the desert. The car going.
And then, so they're making their way, and Rito and Goldar are behind them. And Rito was like, see, I told you these Rangers would lead us right to the command center.
You following them the whole time? Goddamn.
And Goldar's like, whatever, man. Whatever. He ain't with it. He's like, whatever, man. He ain't want to give Rito no credit.
Goldar, too. He was like, I was top Blackie before your dumb ass showed up.
So, back at the command center, Alpha and Zordon are figuring out why the command center has no power.
This shit was funny.
So Zordon, they're talking it out, and Zordon's like, hold up, Alpha, let's look at this for a different angle. Like, listen, we went back in time too, so we need to figure out what we was doing during this time. And so Alpha is walking around the command center, and he steps on a wire, and he looks down, and he was like, oh shit. He's like, I remember. He was like, I unplugged the power to the console because I was doing spring cleaning. I need the vacuum.
Listen, now before we say what's about to happen next, can I just tell you the levels of petty this Casper nigga was on? The way how he answered this about the plug being out had me dying, because I was like, this is about the highest level of expression I've heard Zordon speak in tightness for a long time. He was like, the amount of power and energy that we have at this command center, you're telling me was taken down by a motherfucking plug out of the socket? Are you dead ass?
Yo, someone's like, so our issue wasn't an intergalactic evil plot, but spring cleaning?
Yo, he sounded petty as fuck. That Casper was an unfriendly ass ghost.
And Alpha was like, yep. And he unplugged the vacuum and plugged it back in. And in Alpha's defense, this is 10 years prior. There was no Rita. There was no problems. The command center probably ain't been cleaned in like 15,000 years.
Listen,
it was probably dusty as hell.
I ain't the one. You don't got to defend Alpha. I'm okay with what happened. It's just Zordon being extra petty in his response. Casper was definitely super tight. So anybody that got to talk, explain that to Casper.
I'm gonna need you to remember that, Alpha. Don't clean his tube ever again. Let it be dusty.
Facts. Alpha, I can't see. Well, that's your fucking problem.
That's right. Because remember what you said last time about the vacuum tube? I forgot about that, huh?
Shit, spring cleaning bad. All right, bro.
I ain't never cleaned your tube again.
And that's when that nigga got snatched up and his tube got rated for energy. Oh, well. Yo, goodbye.
So at this point, Alpha plugs the power back in. The power comes back on. The alarm starts going off. They see in the glow that the Rangers are in danger, and they teleport the Rangers to the command center. Ooh. So at least at this point, now we know why the communicators didn't work.
Yeah.
Because the power was out at the command center.
Well, there you go. Shit.
Oh, man. So, the Rangers are happy to see Alpha and Zordon. Mm-hmm. Tommy asks Zordon if he can give them powers to fight Zed and Co. Zordon dubs that immediately.
You're like, nah, big dog.
Zordon says, nah. He's like, if anything happened to y'all, there is no way we can revert the Earth back to what it was. So Zordon was not letting these kids go fight.
Nope.
And to bring up Turbo, this is why I said Justin was a Demetria idea. Because if Zordon wasn't letting these kids fight, no way he is okay if Justin to be a Power Ranger.
The first thing that came up in my mind the second he said that was Justin. I was like,
No way Castle was okay in this.
She was like, I'm going to do things different, nigga.
So at this point, Billy is like, we need more Power Rangers. And Alpha says to Zordon, what about the alien Rangers from Aquitar? And Zordon says he thought of that. Of course you did, Zordon Fury. We know you did.
Backup plans, huh?
And he's like, the Earth is not really hospitable for them, and it'll be dangerous for them to come here. And the Rangers didn't stop, bringing up some good points. They're like, listen, if it was the other way around, we'd go there. Listen, we just helped your boy on Eatnoid, Mass Rider. We would call him, but he's really in the fight right now, so we can't really pull him away from the planet.
I mean, we going off world, so let them come off world and come here.
So at this point, Zordon agrees. He's like, okay, yeah. They're like, the Rangers of Aquitar want you to call them if you need help.
First.
So Zordon was like, all right. So Alpha sends out the communication to the Rangers of Aquitar, and we see glimpses of Aquitar. We see them getting the message, and then we see the alien Rangers on the viewing globe.
Yep.
And then next thing we see is outside the command center. We see that dang on Rito planting the implosion device.
These niggas pulled some truly Wile E. Coyote type shit. They're really planting that TNT dynamite.
Yep. And last scene we see in this episode is Rito lighting the fuse, and the fuse traveling down that wire.
Right, the fuse hit the boom dynamite.
And for this episode, we get our ending credits and we get our bloopers.
What was those bloopers? It just feel like they were just redoing scenes of the show. I don't know what went through the process of doing that, but that was kind of strange. It was just like showing like silent scenes of
just a little them just being funny.
Yeah. Overall, so my final thoughts on the first part. The first part, if you have no backstory and you just jump into the Ailen Rangers itself, the first part throws you into chaos without explaining what's going on, without watching past. That's why this is kind of like the 3.5 season. The big bads look both weirdly weak and strong, but as kids, the Rangers was messing them up. The era at this time, interest must be high to see like a new type of team, hype and stuff like that. But overall, this episode, since we're just kind of setting things up, overall was kind of like, man.
Yeah, the episode in itself, if you ain't know the backstory, you'd be like,
confused.
I got questions. What the? Why are you kids? Why you can't morph? Why you can't teleport?
Yeah, why we back in time?
How did we get here?
Honestly, you don't even find out it's like a back in time moment until you're midway, because somewhere in my notes at one point, not realizing that this was like a back in time situation, I was like, why is Bulk and Skull's parents not like confused that their kids is like small? I was like trying to gather up stuff in motion. I was like, oh, okay, like it's a time plan. All right, got you.
Yeah. So, like I said, the episode for itself, it was enjoyable, but it was just if you didn't have any type of previous episode, you would have you'd have more questions than answers at this point.
Yeah, and also since we're specifying the Ailen Rangers, we kind of, if we isolate this episode as itself, we only saw the Ailen Rangers like the call in the beacon for like 10 seconds, and that's kind of the whole episode. So
they made a cameo in this episode.
Yeah, they literally. It's the Book of Boba Fett. Shit. But all right, so what's your final thoughts on the first episode?
Oh, I enjoyed it for the confusing madness that it was. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed the shenanigans with Rito, as always. Mm-hmm. And I needed to see part 2 because I need to get some details to find out what the heck is going on. Because
at this point, motherfucking Rangers.
At this point, we got little kid Rangers, little kid Broken Skull. We ain't got no powers. Mm-hmm. We just figuring out Zordon and Alpha is still alive. So, okay, guys, can you fill us in on what actually happened?
We need more info, more help. So it's time to deviate into episode 2, Rangers of Aquitar, part 2.
Yep. So of course we get our opener.
Of course.
We'll get vibes. Mm-hmm. So next we get introduced to Delphine, who introduces herself as the leader of the Ailen Rangers.
Yep.
So Zordon gives the Ailen Rangers the 411 on the situation.
Mm-hmm. Request them to come through.
Yep. And they're like, and Delphine's like, we about that action.
Shit.
We be there.
We ready.
Right? Yeah, we'll figure it out when we get there. But we about that action. Master Val, we got him.
Shit, you call, we ready. I mean, we got these powers for a reason. Let's get to work.
So then Tommy and Billy start asking, about what they're going to do about Zords and weapons. Mm-hmm. And then here go my guy, Sestro.
Yep.
We're going to talk about Sestro, the
Black
tech
History
expert.
Month legend here, too.
Yes, man. Listen. So Sestro starts to tell them about their battle boards, which they got from Ninja about a millennium ago. Mm-hmm. And he starts telling me, listen, we got Borgs. We good. Our Borgs are probably better than your Zords. Now, Sestro is it. He is that tech guy. So listen, he probably outtrunches Billy at this point.
Shit, I mean, that makes sense.
And as you go through this season, even into Zeos, Sestro has been clutch. Mm-hmm. Even so, that Billy goes to Aquitar. He probably learned a thing or two from Sestro.
I believe that.
So, clutch Sestro. So now, there's something I need to bring up before I go further. So when I was talking about the episode previous to part 1 of this, that was actually the last time we see Billy as a Power Ranger.
Oh, word?
Yeah, that was the last time we see him morph as the Blue Ranger.
Shit.
Mm-hmm. So going on here, as Sestro was talking about Ninja, Adam says they sure could use him now. And Billy says, unfortunately, they won't find a temple for years. Okay, I got some issue with this.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. If the Rangers, Zordon, and Alpha all have their memories, likely due to some connection to the Morphin Grid, I would assume Ninja is fine.
Yeah.
So Ninja specifically told Zordon, if you or the Rangers need help, to call me. So why has no one screamed for Ninja at this point?
I think Casper hating ass nigga. He ain't trying to call no Ninja. He know that voice, and he like, I ain't trying to have this nigga up here.
Right? You think somebody would have called for like, yo, Ninja was really good.
There's a behind the scenes part in the episode before the kids showed up. Alpha like, what about Nick? No. Guys, return around. No. But I'm pretty sure he's fine. No. Do you want that voice around here? I mean, but we still need. No.
Listen, we need the power of Ninja.
No. I have other ideas in mind. You sure? Yeah.
Listen, Zordon, you already called the aliens from another planet. You better stop playing and call out for Ninja.
Nope. Just sitting back, just head up in the chair like. Nope.
Oh, petty ass man.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he been acting up.
Right? And so Seth was like, listen, nah, we got Zords, we good. Zordon's like, thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for risking it. He's like, yo, we'll see you soon. We're going to be on our way. We about that action.
Zoom, zoom.
Right? And then the Rangers are happy. He's like, all right, we got some backup now, Whew. Okay. At least we got to worry about the Earth for now.
Right. We'll be there.
Right? And then they was like, yo, the monsters are here. And they see the alarm goes off and they realize the implosion device.
Yep.
And the Ranger was like, yo, we got to do something about that. Zordon is like, if you don't stay your ass here, didn't I just tell y'all if y'all die, I can't put the Earth back to normal?
I need my child labor, but y'all gotta be a little bit older than that.
Right? Alpha was like, listen, I got this. He's like, listen, y'all need to go meet the alien rangers because if something happened here and shit go left, y'all gonna have to guide them.
Yeah, we can't have
because we might go kaboom.
Can't have kids blow up on this show. Sorry.
Yeah, like we gonna go El Kaboom. So listen, y'all get out of here just in case stuff go left. And Master Val, he all happy. He's like, yeah, my plan is working. Zed is like, he better not pull this off. He better not pull this off.
He like, this shit too easy. I've been working these niggas for this long. Come on, man. I literally did this very same plan, and these niggas still foiled it. You can't be telling me this nigga comes in with my plan, come do this shit and win. Come on, no. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, so Master was like, yeah, it's time to attack the Earth. And Zed is like, you know what, man? I ain't going. How about that? I ain't going. I'm stay right here in the palace. I ain't going.
I ain't moving my seat. Can we talk about the juxtaposition between the attitudes of Zordon and Zed? There's definitely history placed here because these are two petty niggas that's sitting on their shit today. Zordon, they like, Zordon, you gonna call Ninja? No. Zed, you gonna go down and see Master Val's plan? No. Niggas just all sitting in their seats like, nah. This is the trials of Z. We ain't moving.
They big in their feelings right now. They ain't with it.
Eltarians out here just chilling.
Yeah, so at this point, Alpha's about to send the Rangers off, and Aisha tells Alpha she loves him and catches Alpha right in the fields.
Yo, that shit. Alpha was like, wait, okay. I wasn't expecting that, but all right.
Yeah, caught Alpha right in the fields. I was like, oh.
Left. OD had to thug it out until they left. OD.
Yeah, he really did. He was like,
OD waited until they left. Oh, you two Rangers? All right, back to work.
he's like, all right, now I gotta go defuse these bombs. Yeah, I felt for Alpha that way. He's like, damn it, Aisha, you have to tell me that now.
I love you.
Now I gotta make sure. Now I gotta make sure me and the floating head don't die.
Thanks for the added pressure, guys.
right, added pressure. So they're back near the border, and we see the alien raiders leaving Aquitar, on their way to come to Earth, right? So they teleporting, doing their little Aquitar thing. I'm like, okay, they're on their way.
Yup.
We see the fuse. Of course, Alpha said, okay, I'm going. I'm going to save the command center. It's my time to shine. Again. He's like, why does Alpha probably thinking, why does this always happen when they turn to kids?
He's like, someone got to do it. Nobody calling Ninja, so.
I've been the one saved the Power Rangers, sort of way. I saved them last time. I'm going to save them this time. I'm getting tired of you.
Zordon, like, you expect me to go somewhere and do something, sir?
I'm stuck in his tube.
Oh, you stuck. Yeah,
right. So we see Alpha in his tube. So he working on the implosion device. Son big sweating because son hands shaking. Son.
Bro, I'm surprised none of that sweat. Which let's not leave that here or there from this robot. But the sweat
could be motor oil.
Yeah. Well, if it was motor oil, it would have been a different suggestion to what I was thinking. Because the way how Alpha was sweating, I think at this point it should have sweated on the fuse, and the fuse should have blown off. Because I was like, yo.
The way they had the squeegee, I was like,
oh, bro, listen. Alpha was dealing with this shit, trying to cut the wires and everything. I was like, bro, can you not just stop the fuse, that the fire that's lit? Can you not turn it off that way?
It depends. Maybe this is a magical device. It's Master Val.
It could be. You could be right on that. But
you probably step on it and don't work.
Yeah, because I was thinking this whole time, I was like, bro, you're stressing this out when you could just be stomping the roach on that shit.
Yeah, I think that was my logic. If it was as easy as stepping on it, he wouldn't be out there. He could have did that from inside the command center.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, if they did that for a second and then it didn't work, I was like, all right, then yeah, cut the wires. But the mere fact that he was stressing that, I was like, me and Kenny was just sitting there and I was watching that shit and I was like, just put out the fire, bro. You literally sweat on the fire or something like.
Son, Alpha was big stretching something. He made that last step. He was like, "Don't blow us up! Don't blow us up! Don't blow us up!" Well, you can blow Zordon up, but don't blow me up. Don't blow me up.
I feel like I could. My memory banks are set up in the system. I'll be back or something. But like, I don't want to do all that. That take a while. Reboot take about like 2 days.
Yeah, man. See, we would have got if things would have went left, we would have got Alpha 6 early, and we had the yo early.
No. I think we can cut off this bomb now.
So Alpha manages to defuse the implosion device like at the last second. I know Son was like, so when he pulled the
squeegee all day.
When he pulled the cutter back, his hand was shaking. He was like, I did it. He's like, I did it again. He's like, not Zordon, Alpha 5.
Alpha's like Alpha 2, Zordon 0. I'm taking over. Fuck out of here, Casper. I'm running this team.
Alpha 6.
I'm running this team, nigga.
He's like, I did it. I was like, yeah, Alpha, you did it, son.
Yeah,
he's like, whoo.
Squeegee.
He's like, my bolts are getting too old for this crap.
Facts. All right, Danny.
And back on the moon, Master Val is big mad. So everyone's probably annoyed. Probably but Zed. Zed is probably
Zed in the back like, I told you that shit wouldn't go away.
Like, yeah, good job, Alpha. He's like, you finally did something good, you rust bucket.
Facts.
And then, Zed is at this point, he's over here gloating. He's like, well, Master Val, you're just a mutant just like the rest of us.
Shit, nigga said you thought she was Big Poppy, huh?
Zed has been waiting for this moment.
Oh, big time. He like, I know how these Rangers work. You gonna do a plan and they foil it.
Zed was all up in his face with the tap, tap, tap. I was like, yeah, Zed.
And then on top of that, after Zed has had his moment of shine, Master Val can sense an energy, a Rangerish energy pass by him, so he already double tight on top of that.
Yeah, he's like, Rito, go check out what that was. It was something good and pure. And it was like, oh, we don't like good and pure. So yeah, so they went down to Earth. And of course, who's down there? We see the Rangers, and they're talking to Zora and Alpha on their little diss that they gave him.
Yep.
And of course, we see young Boken Skull show up, and it's like, Alpha, you're alive. Where's Zordon? He alive too? Like, yeah, he's alive. He's back there somewhere.
Y'all don't want to talk to him. Y'all talk to the real leader. Me.
Yeah. And Captain was like, Boken Skull. So then Billy switched it up. Like, yeah, we talking about like presence effects. Like, oh, y'all just
that shit happened so quick with the swerve. Yo, shout outs to the Billy Child actor. Yo, shout outs because you swerved that shit mad fast.
Good job. So we see Boken Skull with the kid, and Rito and the Tangers come back. I'm telling you, Rito is like that bug from Digimon.
Yeah.
Son is back at it.
Less dangerous though, but yeah.
Yeah. So here he come. Come on, give me them power coins. You don't need them. Yo.
Big skull bitch ass. Like, what you talking about?
Yeah, this time he got Goldar with him. Like,
Rito thought he was a New York nigga running up on somebody on the train. Like, what?
They basically the Rangers told Rito to kick rocks. You're not getting our coins. Get out of here.
Kick skulls, nigga. Bye.
Right? Like, just like we chilling. Oh, here he come again. Dang, man. You ain't get enough last time? So, of course, the Rangers, more shenanigans ensued with Goldar and the Tangers and Rito. They just messing with him. Now he's messing, throwing stuff at him.
Yo.
Chucking all the swim gear and stuff at them.
And, nothing makes me laugh than when they throw the light material and you hear the tink noise. Yeah, metal tink. I dead seen them throw a floaty and it hit them and all I heard was the tink noise. I'm like, nigga, what?
Alright, so as this going on, the alien Rangers show up and they're like, listen. They look around and they see the Rangers and they see Goldar and stuff. They're like, okay, those are kids.
Those are monsters.
Those are monsters. Kids, monsters. Like, why y'all approaching or threatening like, nah, we don't like y'all. Yeah. So we gonna use this power of water real quick.
Yeah, they arrived with full fish gales intact.
Yep. Tell you they was about that action. It's like, nah, y'all being mad aggressive. We gonna have to handle y'all.
They hit y'all with the original Naruto hand signs and hit them with that wind blast no jutsu, bro.
Yep. They're like, nah, y'all got to go.
Wind
like whole list.
Get the fuck out of here. Rangers fight these out.
Yep. Whoosh. The Rangers looking and laughing while Rito and Goldon the Tangles run off.
Yep, wind blast them away.
Yep. And then the Rangers, Tommy and Co, introduced themselves to the Alien Rangers.
Yep. We are introduced to the Ranger team, and in that order, Delphina shows everybody. So it's Delphina, Gorkis, Sestro, Oracle, and Tegus.
Mm-hmm. And Tommy introduces the crew on his side. He introduces Kat and Aisha and Rocky and Adam and Billy. And they're looking at them like, "Ooh, what strange creatures you are."
Yep.
It's like you have long hair like me.
Where is your helmet?
Where's your helmet? You're so small.
Shit. And in the meanwhile, everybody meeting each other. Rito and Goldar went out snitching to cause a war.
Yeah.
They did hop their asses back home to go snitch and cause a war. They was like, yo, they got them other niggas over there. Let's all jump them.
Son, they was like, so they go to report to Master Val. Of course, Billy said, I'll take him to the command center. Just let my pops know I'll be home late. Yep. And so Rito and Goldar come back. He's like, he's like, did you really see the Alien Rangers? He's like, yeah, we saw them down there on Earth. Yeah, we saw them. And Master Val's like, you know what? Master Val was like, I'm tired of this shit. I'm going back to my galaxy where evil always wins.
My son, listen, when I said my son was big mad and causing a whole hissy fit and was rolling on the ground, I was like, you a whole ass father. What the fuck is this, man? Zed was having a field day. I know he was having a big field day off of that.
So I think I got ahead of myself because I do remember a scene where he sent them to go attack and Fister got run over. Fister had me dying because he said, I hate being a bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Man.
If only they knew the dark history of Finster, man. I am never getting that shit ever out of my mind. Them niggas at the Boom Studios made me very fearful for this little nigga, man. Swear.
So, back at the command center, Zordon is filling in the Alien Rangers in on all the Ranger stuff and just saying, hey, this is what our situation is. We got to figure out your water situation. We don't know how long you're going to stay. We got to work that out. Mm-hmm. Alpha's giving us some info. And then we get the
alarm out here.
Yep. And we see all these monsters.
There's some mad niggas out there. Ain't a Freak of the Week one here. They about like 5 of them niggas here. It was like, fuck a putty. We just gonna jump y'all.
Yes, and Zordon was like, listen, Rangers, it ain't no water out there. They in the desert. Delphinico was like, we about that action.
We Gucci, we can breathe. Don't worry.
Yep. And at this point, it's like, ooh. And of course, we see the kids back in Angel Grove. They're ducking the cops because the cops are like, we're under attack again. Curfew is back, bitches.
Facts.
So at the command center, Billy and Alpha just giving all of the Alien Rangers all the info about the Shogun Zords and their current powers and all that stuff. So Delphine's like, okay, we got all the info. It's time to whoop some ass.
I like how she literally talked normal and then it went straight perfectly into look into the viewer camera. It's morphin' time. I was like, yeah. All right, there you go, girl.
She looked at Zordon like, all right, we got all the info. We got this. It's action time. Let's go. Y'all know what to do.
Facts. And now I got to point to everybody's transformation. So we're going to talk about the leader, female White Ranger, woman White Ranger right off the top. Powerful, amazing right there. We got Sestro being first ever black guy Blue Ranger. That was fire. Yellow Ranger's a dude. That was already game changer before Ninja Storm Way was.
You know what? This has always been funny. Because I believe in the Sentai.
Oh, Sentai made that regular, but over here,
it's just always
States.
It's always interesting when I look back at the Sentai, like, oh, that was a dude.
They made it a thing for a long time, standing up in when it came to Power Rangers. But like between this, like the time range was Yellow was a dude for this, and then the next time is literally Ninja Storm. So that's long stands.
Yeah. So it's always interesting seeing it in the Power Rangers series when it's normally reserved for the Sentai side. I was like,
Facts. So this Ranger team in general was way ahead of its time with its diversity. No pink, Yellow's a dude, Red Ranger's kind of like the last female White Ranger leader. The black guy was a Blue Ranger. White guy was a Black Ranger. Like hey.
Yeah. And so they're getting action. Like, let's go, Alien Rangers. Yeah, let's go.
Power of water, Rangers unite.
Yeah, they was with it. They wanted to smoke.
And the sequence in their suits is dope. Like right off the bat, the suits are fire.
Yeah, their suits are nice. I like the Alien Ranger suits.
Definitely. But our first showing of them and the powers, since they fighting monsters and not putties, these niggas getting jumped. Like right off a rip, they was getting thrown around and tossed. I was like, yo, monsters.
It's mad at them. Yeah,
exactly. They getting jumped.
Nah, but some was out here using weapons. They using their swords. Some brought out the guns.
They got the sword. The swords and the guns was such a good. Yo, their weaponry is on point.
Yeah. He was like, nah, we ain't like them Earth Rangers. Pew, pew, pew. Click, click, click. Beat.
Slice.
And then they made them grow. And it's like, oh, word, this what we doing?
Shit.
They're like, all right.
Battleborgs.
They're like, the Battleborgs, power up. It ain't out, yo.
It's so nice that it was explained earlier that they can control them telekinetically, so they don't have to. So they don't have to be in the suits. They just out there fighting air, which is mad funny.
It's so funny, yeah, because just the way the Battleborgs move, you could tell they were different from the Zords.
Yeah. I was gonna say they remind me of how freeforming the Ninja Storm Ranger was. Like how you see that sleek Ninja Storm Megazord, how he used to move like literally it was somebody. Like they never had standard movements. That nigga moved and hopped around like a person.
Yeah, man, exactly. So yeah, this was way back when. So yeah, these Battleborgs is moving.
Yo, no. One scene that had me dying was either with the White Ranger or the Red Ranger. How he was doing, the person was doing like 50 flips. I was dying. Back flip, front flip, right flip. They did like 7 flips in front of the monster before they kicked him. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, that was definitely the White Ranger. I love that part. She's like, hop, 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 hop. Hold that.
I was like, all right, this is definitely not any Megazord y'all seen before. Nigga moving too fast.
And you know what makes this scene just seeing the Battleborgs and the Alien Rangers just this whole season is we can definitely tell the Shogun Zords are not the Rangers.
No.
We can tell right away that the Shogun Zords belong to these guys. Yeah. So, Ninja, what is you doing?
Nigga was borrowing. Nigga said we got y'all hooked up perfectly to the Shogun Zord, so y'all can use that. Okay.
Like right. The Shogun Zords matches up colors to the Alien Rangers. There's no pink. And I'm like,
I'm like, sat there was like, oh, y'all just letting them borrow the Shogun Zord. Okay.
I was like, come on, Saban. Y'all thought that's what? Yeah. So
nigga said we got kids watching this shit. Who gonna notice this? Fuck out of here.
Right, the kids can recognize colors. Like, oh, so those belong to y'all because y'all ain't got no pink in these.
They're like, nah, these kids ain't recognizing shit. They said these kids ain't recognizing shit.
Oh man.
They sat there in the board reading. They were like, they dumb. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right, and so we talk about how Sestro and Cole were just spinning them around. Like, yeah, we gonna put y'all up here. We gonna swing y'all. We gonna spin y'all around somewhat.
Nah, son. Shogun Sword pulled up with that fire hot sword. I was like, yo, these niggas is taking it to another level. They ain't jumping, y'all.
Yeah, because Tommy was like, yo, Delphine, bring out the Shogun Sword. Stop playing with them.
Man, they called the Shogun Sword, and that nigga pulled up the flaming hot sword. It was done.
Delphine was like, nah, we want to step on them some more. Hold on, what you mean? Nah, hold on.
Nah, bro, call the Shogun. Call the Shogun. End that shit. And that shit, end their whole career.
He's like, we don't need it yet. Nah, make, kick, nah. Hold on, I got more flip. He's like, fine.
We having fun.
Right? Duffy is like, fine.
Niggas is on vacation. This 10 episodes was just people on vacation whipping ass.
They're like, Shogun Megazord power.
Shit.
And then we see the Battleborgs with the Shogun Megazord. Mm-hmm. Bad guy was like, oh, that's what you got? Son's like,
yeah, we got a lot.
Like, okay, hold the sword.
Literally.
Flame sword, let's go.
That shit was beautiful.
Yeah, I was like, oh, shoot. It's a clip.
Big
clip.
Slice. Call it a day.
Oh.
Alien Rangers win.
Yeah. They destroy Long Nose. The rest of the monsters.
Yo, that one fucking monster looked like a combination of everything. This nigga was a cowboy, wizard, big Squidward nose ass. I was like, yo, y'all got everything in the book for that guy.
Yep, and Alien Rangers like, yo, mission account. I was like, okay.
Yep, and then the next scene is what we was talking about from before. Master Val was an embarrassing piece of shit.
Yeah, Master Val is on the floor having a whole tantrum.
God, if I'm reading at this point and that's my dad, oh man, oh boy.
And then son, like we were saying earlier, son is like, I'm out.
Said is
fucking hyped. you couldn't. The vibe he had earlier when he was outgrowing and destroying them buildings was exactly the same vibe that came right back.
Yeah. And so at this point, Master Val leaves. He's like, I'm going back to my own dimension where evil always wins. And when he left, Zed is like, yes!
Bye, nigga.
He is so happy. He jumping around. He kisses Goldar on the forehead. He's like,
that's how you know he's too hyped. Hold on, like, woo.
He's like, I've never been so happy in my life to see the Rangers win. He's like, now I'm going to destroy them.
Shit, I'm back as top billing, y'all.
Yo, I've never seen Zed so happy. I was so happy for him. I was like, yes, Zed, I ain't mad at you, son.
Nigga,
I had to go.
After spending time with the fams, you got to go.
And then so back in the viewing globe, they're just watching the news, and we see young Bulk and Skull.
Yup, getting dubbed from the truth on the news, as always.
Like, this is what happened. And so they're like, listen, we know y'all can't stay long because of this.
Yeah, Alien Rangers stating they're here for a short time, not a long time. They're here for a good time. They're trying to enjoy themselves. Whip some ass.
We here to stomp people out and go on about our business.
Facts. So they all agree, hands in, Power Rangers. And that kind of ends up.
Yeah, and at no point, no one has called Ninja.
Listen, I told you how Casper felt about this shit. Casper in the back like, no. So there's a cutscene. There's a special scene at the end of this episode that's not caught. It's while the credits is rolling. It's somebody in the back saying, but what about Nin? No. And that's it. That's all you hear in the background. What about Nin? No.
Like Alien Rangers, you know y'all can call Ninja too?
No.
Like Delphine is like, what about Ninja? No.
He said we can't reach him. Sorry. Something happened. Communications, in the past. I don't know. Ninja Underground. Sorry, he can't hear us. Sorry.
So I put a force field around the Temple of Power.
Anybody got issues communicating out? Yeah, nah, bro. It's everything's just fine. I don't know why you guys having issues, but y'all can call each other. Y'all can handle that. How about that?
And then of course we get the ending credits. We just get little recaps, parts of the episode.
Yep. All over again. So my final impression of this second part, way better. Introduction episode to meet the new Rangers. Dynamic is so different and diverse. Looking back at this shit for the time is whoa ho ho. This is all so weird in them, and they shine as a new force. This honestly, if they didn't have to have that caveat that they was here for a time limit, this would have been way more fun. But they only here for a short time, but they indeed show some big differences in history of the Rangers that stand out greatly in big respect. I enjoyed this episode, and the hook is really returning people back to the original form, returning back to time. So far, so good. Good to okay follow up on this for sure, because you want to see this team put some more action while our main team is out. This is our first time really seeing a secondary team, so that's fire.
Yeah, so this was a nice finish up to tie up the part 2 of this. Yep. So we got an intro to the Alien Rangers. We got an intro to their battle boards, which was good. We had some good fight scenes. This definitely made you want to continue on.
Definitely.
I'm kind of sad because we don't get the Alien Rangers intro until the next episode.
That, but at the same time, I've gone through it a bunch of times on YouTube, and the mere fact that the Alien Rangers intro doesn't show the actual Alien Rangers mystifies me.
Yeah,
that is so fucked up. How you not see the actors in none of these niggas? Like, what's going on? How they still taking over by the main? Like, they showed the kid actors and all that stuff, but they ain't gonna show the Alien Rangers and the actors behind it. Like, come on, man, why y'all missing out?
It's wild. I think that was just them being lazy.
That's a dick move, man. That's a dick move. I don't care. Y'all got so much diverse and everything moving here, and you telling me you can't be introduced? Like, come on. Y'all changed up the tempo for the theme just a little bit enough to make this work. So why don't y'all just put them in the intro? Go, Alien Rangers. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I wish they would have introduced them in person for them a little more.
Yeah.
Because they definitely did.
Like, they did them dirty. They did them dirty in their own 10-episode series. Come on, man.
Yeah. They had all the cast members in the beginning. I was like, come on. I know there have been 10 people, 11 people at this point, but you could have kept it going.
So what? Get the song going. I know that we only have the TV intro of the song. Y'all could roll it in for a little bit longer. Y'all got the budget. Stop playing. Y'all niggas was made. This is the season 3 of Power Rangers. By this time, y'all made money.
Yeah, man. I know they didn't even include Young Bulk and Skull in that.
Yes, which is weird as well. And then the worst part about this only lasted for 10 episodes. Why is there 2 theme versions?
So I think they just ran out of time for all the people. I think because I just thought about it.
It's 2 theme versions.
It's the 6 adult Rangers, the 6 kid Rangers, 2 Bulk Skulls, and then you got the Alien Rangers. That's a lot of people to go to.
Keep the song rolling, bruh. or since it's the mainly important ones, how about we shift the direction to the actual Alien Rangers? I mean, y'all know who the kids is.
I know. I think that might be some Screen Actors Guild crap.
They wasn't with the. Well, it is the 90s, so I don't know how regulations was looking back then.
But another thing which I did like about this season, I'm just going into extra stuff now, is
that's fine.
We see them when they use the Shogun Zords. We actually see the actual footage of how it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, those was definitely y'all's.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because we see them pop into the Shogun. I was like, ooh, okay. I was like, oh man, a lot of good stuff in this going forward.
Definitely,
this was a
hidden gem, but definitely a good one overall. This is a good take on some unappreciated ranges in the zeitgeist and the history and stuff.
Yeah, so I definitely recommend watching season 3.5. It was good.
Yeah, it's literally 10 episodes, guys. Just watch a bunch of these side ranges whipping ass. It's fun.
Side note, F you, Hydro Hog.
Yeah, weirdo.
Yeah, I still like that dude. He reminds me of Pete.
He going on the list. I was just about to say he going on the list. He going on the growing list of enemies. But yeah, so that's going to close out our book on the Mighty Morphin Ailen Rangers for this week. Just giving y'all talks of previews. So next week's review, we are back at the shot of Kurosaki. We taking another shot on that anime review. And we going to be doing Outlaw Star episode 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you can catch us through email all set up at blerdbynature@gmail.com for any questions or concerns, or if y'all want to collab, you can talk to us there. Facebook and Instagram at Blerd By Nature, Twitter at Blerd By Nature, and 8TURE. Tell us about the YouTube.
As always, you can find us on YouTube by searching Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Yep. And any last notes before I hit us with the outro?
Nah, this has been a nice smooth run right now, so you can hit us with the outro.
Yep, y'all. We black and we black, y'all. Continuing that energy of that happy Black History Month. It's a happy Black History year because we always Black History every day. Every day we doing this. We are Blerd By Nature. You already know that, so respect that. And thanks for joining us today from Black Thought. Remember that. To Nerd Power. This is Nicholas, Mr. Go With The Flow.
And this is the man with the plan, Maurice. We extra black this month.
There we go. And this was another edition of the Blerd. Remember, Blerd By Nature Podcast. Yep.
Till next time, everyone. Peace.
Peace.